Hello, welcome back to the Padded Room. I'm Wayne, and this is Talking Tech with Wayne, the show dedicated to discussing smartphones, smart homes, and all those things in between. This show is a promise of information freely given to all that seek it, and that is a pact between me and all of you. Log on to our website and click the Join the Discussion button to, join the discussion. While you're there, check out my past shows or click the Schedule a Call button if you're interested in exploring how to bring a Talking Tech discussion group to your local church or community center. The website address is above my head along with the number to our helpline, where trained technicians are ready to answer your questions 24/7, and best of all, it's 100% free. Today, I will be looking at a topic I've visited before, but recently I collaborated with Highmark Home Care on a project where we ran a series of tech discussion groups, and a few of the participants requested that I do a deep dive on tech and health. So, you're welcome. Before I go any further, let me state for the record that they do not sponsor this show, nor do they even know that I was going to mention them. So back to our regularly scheduled programming. I always want to say that. Anyway, healthcare and tech. Older adults often say that technology is the realm of the young. Statistically, it's true that people under the age of 65 use digital devices to a greater extent. However, as I'm often known to say, it is the older generations that stand to benefit the most from all the technology has to offer. As America ages, it's estimated by 2025, nearly 42% of the country's population will be over the age of 50. Although the increasing number of older adults presents many challenges, one of the most intimidating concerns focuses on health care. Studies predict that by 2030, the United States will experience a massive shortage of healthcare professionals, marked by a deficit of about 155,000 physicians and 500,000 nurses. With more elderly patients requiring care and insufficient numbers of healthcare professionals to provide it, it's imperative that we find new solutions to help older adults remain healthy. Technology could provide the answer to keeping elderly adults healthier and at home and independent as they age. Using the internet will be imperative to educating us about our ailments as well as finding ways to stay healthy. Before the internet, going to the doctor was a trip into no man's land for me. I have since become an active participant in my own health. Even something as simple as asking the right questions is possible with the information I've gleaned from the internet. One of the topics I talk about often is how we become better consumers of information. If the pandemic has revealed anything, it has shown us that all misinformation is bad, but health misinformation can be deadly. Many of us older adults share a common concern. How can I trust the health information I find on the internet? There are thousands of medical websites. Some provide reliable health information, some do not. Some of the medical news is current, some of it is not. Choosing which websites to trust is an important step in gathering reliable health information. As you search online, you are likely to find websites for many health agencies and organizations that are not well known. By answering the following questions, you should be able to find more information about these sites and help you decide about their trustworthiness. Developing and nurturing good surfing habits will ensure that the information you need is the information you can trust, and not just any medical information, but any information that you come across. By answering the following questions, you should be able to find more information about these websites. A lot of the details might be found in the website's About Us section. One of the first things to do is to find out who sponsors or hosts the website. Is that information easy to find? Websites cost money to create and update. Is the source of funding or sponsorship clear? Knowing who is funding the website may provide insight into the mission or goal of the site. Sometimes the website address, called a URL, is helpful. More specifically, the 3 letters after the dot in that address. For example, a .gov identifies a U.S. government agency. A .edu identifies an educational institution, like a school, college, or university. .org usually identifies nonprofit organizations such as professional groups, scientific, medical, or research societies, along with advocacy groups. A .com identifies commercial websites such as businesses, pharmaceutical companies, and sometimes hospitals. Next, see who wrote the information, who reviewed it. Authors and contributors are often but not always identified. If the author is listed, ask yourself, is this person an expert in the field? Does this person work for an organization? And if so, what are the goals of that organization? A contributor's connection to the website and any financial stake he or she has in the information on the website should be clear. Is the health information written or reviewed by healthcare professionals? Dependable websites will tell you where the health information came from, how and when it was reviewed. Trustworthy websites will have contact information that you can use to reach the site sponsor or authors. An email address, phone number, and/or mailing address might be listed at the bottom of every page or on a specific page called About Us or Contact Us. Be careful about testimonies. Personal stories may be helpful and comforting, but not everyone experiences health problems the same way. Also, there is a big difference between a website, blog, or social media page developed by a single person interested in a topic and a website developed using strong scientific evidence. That is, information gathered from research. Pay attention to when the information was written. Look for websites that stay current with their health information. You don't want to make decisions about your care based on out-of-date information. Often, the bottom of the page will have a date. Pages on the same site may be updated at different times. Some may be updated more often than others. Older information isn't useful, but using the most current information based on evidence is the best. Try to ascertain the purpose of the site. Again, this speaks to motive. Why was the site created? If you know the motive or goal of the website, you can better judge its content. And if that motive is unclear, well, that tells you something as well. Is the purpose of the site to inform or explain, or is it trying to sell a product? Choose information based on scientific evidence rather than one person's opinion. Does the website offer quick and easy solutions to your health problems? Are miracle cures promised? Be careful of websites or companies that claim that one remedy will cure a lot of different illnesses. Question dramatic writing or cures that seem too good to be true. Make sure you can find other websites with the same information. Even if the website links to a trustworthy site, it doesn't mean that the site has the other organization's endorsement or support. Well, this is an excellent time to talk about privacy. You have to make sure your privacy is protected. Does the website clearly state its privacy policy? If so, read the website's privacy policy. It is usually located on the bottom of the page or on a separate page titled Privacy Policy or R Policies. If you can't find a motive, it may be to sell your personal information. And while we're talking about privacy, let's look at ways to protect your health information. If you're asked to share personal information, be sure to find out how the information will be used. Be careful about sharing your Social Security number or other identifying information. Find out why your information is needed, how it will be used, and what will happen if you do not share this information. Only enter your information on secure websites. Secure websites that collect personal information responsibly has an S after the HTTP at the start of their website address. https://. If you don't see it, leave. You might consider calling your doctor's office or health insurance company to give this information over the phone rather than posting it online. These precautions can help better protect your information. Be sure to use some of these common sense tips when browsing the internet. Do not open unexpected links. Hover your mouse over a link to confirm that you're clicking will take you to a reputable website. Use a strong password. Include a variation of numbers, letters, and symbols, or better still, use a password manager that suggests strong passwords. Use two-factor authentication when you can. This requires the use of two different kinds of personal information to log into your mobile devices or accounts. Do not enter sensitive information over public Wi-Fi networks and avoid Wi-Fi that is not password protected. Be careful what information you share over social media sites. This can include addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. Learn how you can keep your information private. So, now that you know how, let's help you seek out the best tips and advice for living a healthy lifestyle, as well as seek support if you or a loved one suffer from age-related ailments or diseases. I have chosen to share 10 top health and wellness websites for seniors. These are reputable sites, many of which I go to for myself for information. I intended giving you the website addresses for the following sites, but I thought it would be an excellent opportunity for you guys to take the internet out for a spin, kick the tires, and do some Google searches. NIH Senior Health. The National Institutes of Health provides seniors with a range of health information on topics from A to Z, such as bone health, nutrition, exercise, and more. There are exercise stories shared by older adults. Health videos offer up-to-date medical information, tips for healthy living, and inspiring stories of older adults who are coping with diseases or conditions of aging. You can sign up to and receive a regular email of free tips for healthy aging. Best of all, you can adjust the text size easily from the top menu bar. Medline Plus Senior Health. This site is full of the latest senior health news, information on drugs, supplements, reference materials, prevention tips, and screening resources. There are health videos about the body's anatomy and how diseases affect it. You can also access interactive health check tools such as calculators, quizzes, and questionnaires. Senior fitness, from anti-aging to nutrition to hormone management and fitness links. The team at Senior Fitness claims to continually research the latest science to formulate the practical strategies to help you live a longer, healthier life free of disease and pain. Nutrition.gov. This site contains a wealth of information on healthy food choices and nutrition for seniors. This clearinghouse from articles and tips comes from such expert organizations as the United States Department of Agriculture, Center for Nutrition Policy and Promotion, Tufts University, Friedman School of Nutrition Science and Policy, Department of Health and Human Services, National Institutes of Health, and the National Institute on Aging. Go60.us. This is a unique senior site that houses a stable of writers who are all 60 and over. They write about what they have learned in their trek into seniorhood. This site boasts over 16,000 pages of articles and resources with categories that include news, opinion, health, money, travel, advice, reflection, tech, humor, nostalgia, and yum. There's even a Go60 mall where you can check out offerings for insurance, pharmacy, and more. Very well. There you'll find credible advice about common senior health concerns like blood pressure, medication, healthy bones and joints, and more. This is a great site for caregivers as well, with information such as finding long-term care and articles about how to find the best doctor for your senior parents, and how to get Medicare to pay your nursing home bill. Wow, that's a good one. Mayo Clinic, Healthy Lifestyle, Healthy Aging. We all know about the Mayo Clinic and their website. It's chock full of information and education on everything health related. The section on healthy aging has links to numerous senior related topics such as overcoming resistance to care, fall prevention, home safety tips for Alzheimer's caregivers, long-term care planning, memory improvement tips, and even sex and aging. WorldHealth.net. This nonprofit website represents 26,000 physicians and scientists from 120 countries worldwide. This official website of the American Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine includes a free weekly e-newsletter you can subscribe to, articles, podcasts, videos, expert white papers, and a search tool to help you find anti-aging physicians, clinics, meds, spas, products, and services. Alzheimer's Association. Stay up to date with the latest news on Alzheimer's disease and dementia, including recent research, blog articles, a navigation tool that helps you plan ahead for your needs, a forum for those with Alzheimer's and their caregivers to share and receive support. There's even a dedicated section called Caregivers Center that offers a support, advice, and resources specifically for caregivers of those with Alzheimer's or dementia. American Psychiatric Association. While not senior specific, this website is a great place to learn about mental disorders that can affect aging adults, such as dementia, Alzheimer's disease, depression, and eating disorders. Each topic includes symptoms, risk factors, and treatment options. Find answers to your questions written by leading physicians, psychiatrists, and stories from people living with mental illness and links to additional resources. I included this offering as a tease for my next show, which will address mental health and wellness. Be sure to check it out. Now that we've explored information, let's look at community. What follows is a list of health forums, and what makes them different is that many of them have ways to read posts of folks with similar issues and concerns, and is through that sharing that community is born. Not all too many times we feel isolated in our challenges, health and otherwise, and having a place to connect ends up being the best medicine. As I often advise, let this list be a springboard to your own exploration. Also on this list is not inclusion on this list is not an endorsement, but examples of what's out there. So let's get to it. Doctor's Lounge provides articles, academic journal papers, and medical news for health professionals. Its focus on the research and academic side of medicine makes it a great place for patients to find information on their own. The forum has separate categories for each condition. It includes just about every chronic disease and illness, ranging from diabetes to cancer. Once you register on the forum, click on the new topic button at the top of the page to post your own questions. You'll eventually receive an answer from the volunteer supporting the medical forums. Since these forums are popular, someone else could have asked about the exact same symptom or medical condition. Make sure you search the forum before posting your question. Health 24 was originally established by Dr. Dane Paul. According to the editorial page, all content on the site is medically reviewed. The layout of the site encourages you to search through the 350,000 answered questions on the site. If you don't see the answer to your particular health question, submit your question on the bottom of the homepage. Before long, you should find your question answered on the site, under the relevant section for it. The site also features dedicated areas for issues like psychology, ADHD, and also provides you with advice to help you lose weight. In each area, you'll find answers provided by specific experts who are dedicated to those questions in those categories, and you'll see their backgrounds and expertise clearly displayed at the top of the page. eHealth is another forum where you can throw an issue out there and quickly get an answer for it. Head to the health forums to ask the doctor, choose a health condition category, and type your question into Post a Topic field. Just keep in mind that your questions get posted publicly, so watch out for how much personal information and medical details you provide. With that being said, you should consider viewing other questions similar to your own, and you might learn a lot from the answers. Curious whether real experts exist on eHealth? You can find a list of professionals on the right side of Ask the Doctor tab. They all have medical degrees with their specialties displayed under their names. Patient.info. provides dozens of medical articles written by professionals, but it also gives you the chance to voice your own concerns on its health discussion forum. Patient.info sorts groups alphabetically and features almost any condition you can think of. Although the doctors themselves aren't active in the forums, you still find reliable information from other patients and expert articles. You can also browse different medicines, learn about medical tests, and even use its symptom checker. MedHealth allows you to search for your question on or post your concerns if you can't find an answer. To get started, find a community that matches your health concern. MedHealth gives you those who suffer from chronic illnesses, cancer, mental disorders, and other diseases a chance to discuss their symptoms with other patients. Like patient.info, you won't find doctors on this forum. However, these users have dealt with the same illnesses for long enough that makes them knowledgeable in their own right. The other members may not have medical degrees, but they can still give you support and advice. MedHelp has plenty of staff members policing the site, and they remove anything inaccurate or misleading to avoid any confusion. For even more resources, you can find a series of articles if you select the topic under the Information tab and then click Articles. MD Talks looks a little bit old school but contains a huge volume of information. Clicking on Ask a Doctor for free in the left navigation bar gives you the form where you can post your question. MD Talks guarantees that all of its experts have been trained at a medical school on its About Us page. The forum started back in 2008 as a smaller private forum for family and friends. It later expanded into the free public site that you see today. Receive instant support with health forums. Unfortunately, the internet gets a bad rap when it comes to getting medical advice. Rest assured, it doesn't always have amateurs sharing bad medical opinions. Use one of these top health forums and you can get some excellent health advice from people who know their stuff. Once again, a health discussions forum should never replace diagnosis and treatment by your own doctor, but it can still keep you informed about the status of your health. Well, I see that's all the time I have for today. It has been my pleasure to be here, and I look forward to the next time we can do it again. I wish you all a farewell.